Hi, good evening. This is Anna from Retired Inspired. Well, we made it. It's Friday evening, and Shabbos is about to start in exactly 15 minutes. Well, I had an interesting voyage on the way home from JKO. The bus from the Port Authority was late as usual. The 3:35 creatively runs anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes every day, but particularly on Fridays. But the most interesting thing is all of a sudden, when I am probably about less than 10 miles from my house on 87 North, we heard this noise that reminded me of when you turn on the vacuum cleaner, and then the bus began to, I guess, shimmy, like my mother always says, it did a little shimmy, and then all of a sudden it came to a complete stop on the highway on a Friday afternoon, just when we're less than 10 miles from our destination of Monroe, New York. But the most interesting thing is I found myself being very calm. And when I looked around, I found it even more interesting that none of my co-travelers complained. Nobody said, "Hey, why aren't we moving?" Nobody said, "What's wrong with the bus?" Everybody just sat there quiet and still. I don't know whether they were just too tired to even complain. I don't know if they just figured, well, things happen and we'll get home eventually. I heard the bus driver call the dispatcher and he told him to just sit there for a while and try again. So he tried again in a few minutes and we still got that noise, only this time it sounded like a riveter when they're working on construction. He turned the bus off again. Well, it kind of turned itself off, but in a few minutes, he tried it again, and all of a sudden, we still had that vacuum cleaner and then riveter sound, but the bus began to move, and I suddenly heard everybody let out a collective sigh of relief. Have you ever had those moments when something horrible and chaotic is really happening around you, but everything seems to be peaceful? And that's when you can truly say, all is well with my soul. It's been an interesting week. I had 3 days off, and now I'm going into Shabbos, and I'm looking forward to it. And I'm looking forward to you sharing your comments and hitting that like button and telling me about your weekend. Have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. This is Anna from Retired Inspired. Hit that like button.